Vibrant cultural scene here in Halifax, but it's probably safe to say poetry is not something Canadians associate with the city. One young man wants to change that. He calls himself the poem guy. He writes poetry because he loves poetry, and he doesn't think it has to be lofty, abstract, or inaccessible. In fact, he'll write you one for $1. Global Halifax anchor Ron Kronstein caught up with him.
To the mellow strains of jazz music in his Halifax basement apartment, John Bolduc is in the zone, writing the latest in a growing flurry of poems, each one customized and sold at a bargain basement price.
I'm writing poems for $1 for people that request poems about whatever they want.
The self-described poem guy, John's work runs the gamut, from free verse about friendship to compositions about cats. This bard for $1 is on a mission.
This project, for me, is about turning poetry on its head. Like, turning it away from the one-sided thing that it's become, like you only read poems in grade 12 English class.
There's no doubt he's open to the offbeat.
Actually, it could be like a kind of apology.
Okay, that's an interesting turn. So an apology to John Last for turning his Facebook account into a memorial.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can write that for you.
And he writes fast. Within minutes, he's done.
There you go.
Thank you.
No problem.
A Facebook page helps spread the word, as does a cheeky ad on Kijiji. But his transactions are not always easy, especially as a university student who enjoys the social side of life.
Throughout the night, they handed me loonies and were like, write me a poem, you know? And it was at a party, so obviously I couldn't remember what they requested or what they wanted their poems to be about. So I woke up the next morning with $10, just 10 loonies in my pocket. Who gave me these?
Still, he does his best to deliver his lines on time.
The service was definitely very quick, and he was willing to drive to or take a bus to Dartmouth, which would negate any revenue he would get back from the poem.
Looks like the rhythm of rhyming is paying off.
I think the best part of it is actually knowing I'm doing something that I love and that people like what I do.
But is he ready for the big stage? How about a poem on demand for our own Donna Friesen?
A populace awakes, comes to you for news.
So far, so good.
A tradition of facts, a tradition of illumination. So illuminate. Give a voice to the voiceless, strength to those who are feeble, the face of truth, the voice of clarity. That'll be $1, please.
Ron Kronstein, Global News, Halifax.